Hi warriors, it's Hannah here and welcome back to another video. Today, as with all of this week and next week and the next and the next, I'm going to be eating your fear foods. I asked you all on Instagram to send in your fear foods. I compiled a massive list of all of your fear foods and I'll be trying to tick off loads of them. Particularly the ones that were recurrent and that many of you voted for. Anyway, this video is just for entertainment. This is just a single day in my life, and with it, I'm just trying to show you that it's okay to eat your fear foods. In fact, it's really good to eat your fear foods and to challenge multiple fear foods in order to overcome them and to find out that really, it's not that bad. You're not suddenly gonna gain loads and loads of weight. You'll be fine, and the eating disorder can go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you appreciate my efforts, if it incentivizes you to challenge some of your own fears, be sure to give it a massive thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. Be sure to subscribe and keep watching. This morning I had some granola for breakfast, which many of you said was a fear food of yours. Halfway through I realised I'd completely missed to put extra peanut butter on, so don't you worry, I added that as well. Bottom layer was just some frozen defrosted berries, then several scoops of flax, a bit of yogurt, and then also some milk. The crunchy nut and dried fruit granola. Anyway, I dropped Tom off at work and it's now 11 o'clock. I'm a little bit peckish and I'm going to challenge the fear of large portions. Just kidding. I'm going to transfer some of this rice pudding into a bowl, add a bit more milk to make it the right consistency, and have that as a little snack before I head off into town for a restaurant lunch. This rice pudding does have some coconut milk. It's got dried fruit and all sorts in. Lots of fear foods, coincidentally, for this fear food day.
A few moments later.
I just went for lunch with Tom and his mum at Star Anise Cafe, and I had risotto, and then Tom went back to work and I stayed around and I still had carrot walnut cake and then hot chocolate. The challenge I set you all this week was to have liquid calories, so a non-water beverage, to have cake and to have takeout. So the plan for today for me really was to have takeout and a cake and a drink. In the end, plans changed a little bit and we decided not to go for takeout, but we ate in at a restaurant, which in and of itself used to be a challenge for me. But I did do the cake and I did do the liquid calories, and I'm definitely planning to do takeout or something along those lines at some point soon, and it's not really a fear for me anymore. However, if you have any fears, then make sure to definitely challenge them and hold yourself accountable. For me, because I had that rice pudding before I left and a tall glass of water, I was somewhat uncomfortable after my lunch. I was quite full. Just the fullness itself is something you have to get comfortable with too. It's part of recovery, but the discomfort is just temporary. Recovery is forever. So go through it and don't restrict as a result. The list of fear foods I got was absolutely humongous, and the range and the diversity of food was insane. And really that makes sense, because fear foods could literally be any foods. For me personally, I wasn't necessarily that scared of some very processed foods like flavored yogurts, for example, whilst I was absolutely terrified of bananas and pasta and avocados, for example. And these foods in and of themselves really aren't necessarily that unhealthy. So yeah, I just wanted to say that fear foods can be a bit random, and that gives me and all of you all the more reason to challenge them. They're nonsensical, and by facing them, you can overcome that irrational belief that it's somehow inherently bad. Whatever your fear foods are, face them. Schedule them in, definitely write them down on your calendar, and hold yourself accountable. In terms of what we're having tonight for dinner, I'm not even sure yet. Lots of you voted pasta, either with a cheesy sauce or with pesto, but I have had pasta for the past 5 days or so. I've had pesto 2 days ago, and had mac and cheese yesterday, and I still have a little bit of leftovers from that I'll be having tomorrow. So I doubt it'll be pasta. I might suggest pizza, as that came up a lot as well. Or, you know what? Maybe I'll just let Tom decide, because I know for a fact that a lot of you experience anxiety when you don't know what's on the menu and when someone else decides the meal. So we'll see what's coming up. In each case, we're going to the shops after Tom finishes work, which will be quite good because we haven't had any fresh veg in quite a few days. If you want to be in charge of my next full day of eating, and if you want to decide the fear foods that I have, and if you want to join me in facing your fear foods, well, that is now possible. If you become a patron, whether you join the $1, $2, $3, or $100 tier is irrelevant. If you become a patron and let me know that you want to decide my day, I will decide one of you at random, and you will be able to control my day for a day. You will be able to control my day for a day. Anyway, get on it. It'll be fun, and it'll be a good challenge. Dinner was new potatoes, a chipotle pie, mushy peas, a little bit of leftover beetroot that we had lying around in the fridge, and then some crispy fried onions. It was pretty amazing. I'm pretty tired, and we'll be going to bed soon because I've got an early start at work tomorrow. Anyway, I hope this video inspired you to try out some of your own fears, to challenge your challenges, and to kick the eating disorder in the butt. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment. What is your biggest fear food? What are you doing to challenge it? And see you again next week. Bye.